I'm Laura Collins, and this is my tour of my virtual classroom for my Force in Motion unit. This is our current unit of study in the class, and for our online unit, I am focusing on the first two investigations of this unit, which cover finding the average speed of an object, constant speed motion, and non-constant speed motion. The most beneficial part of an online course is the menu bar over here on your left. If you'll notice, there are two at the top: teacher staff information and syllabus. You're going to want to make sure that you go over these two pages. The staff or teacher information page will give you information about how to contact me if you have a question or need help. The syllabus page will familiarize you with the expectations and activities of the course, as well as due dates and other important information regarding this course. To begin this course, you want to start with the Start Here button. This page will give you an overview of the unit and some assignments that will need to be completed before the activities for this course. If you click on the Readings and Assignments folder, you will notice it tells you first to familiarize yourself with the readings and the syllabus, and also your menu bar over to the left. You will then click on the Getting to Know Your Force in Motion course. This assessment will show you and I how well you are familiar with the Blackboard site, this course site, the syllabus, and the activities and assignments for the course. Next, you have a pre-assessment folder. You're going to want to click on this, and it's going to take you to a link for the Force in Motion pre-assessment. This is a quick 10-question assessment that will let me have an idea of your background knowledge on the content that we will be teaching in this unit. After the pre-assessment, you can go back into the Activities folder, and you're going to notice at the very bottom it says Introductions Discussion Board. You will need to click on this and post an introductory discussion board where you will introduce yourself to your classmates. Once you have completed these, you're ready to move on and begin the actual learning activities. And you'll notice next to each activity, it tells you the date on which you should be starting these. So we're going to click on Activity 1. These activities were created based on the lessons included in our 6th grade science kits, which parallel the state standards. All 3 activities are set up in much the same way, as you will see in just a minute. As I clicked on Activity 1, you will notice that it is set up with an activity introduction. It also has the goals and of the investigation and the assignments that you will be completing in this investigation. Then you have 2 folders at the bottom. The first folder is your required readings, PowerPoints, and videos. This folder contains all of those readings and viewing materials required for you to understand and begin your activity. They should be viewed before starting the learning activity. You will notice that this activity has 3 readings and a PowerPoint. The third reading, which is right here, is your procedures for Activity 1. You're going to want to make sure that you click on this and read it, because this is the steps for the activity. There's also an optional reading on this one, an extra reading. It is not required. Now if you go back to Activity 1's main page, there's also a folder for assignments and activities. If you click on this folder, you will see that it contains the actual activities and assignments that will be completed for the learning activity. This particular folder reminds you to read your readings and view your PowerPoint first. Then it lists your first learning activity. With the learning activities in each lesson, I have set them up in much the same way. I used learning modules. In this learning module, if you click on it, it will take you step by step through the procedure for completing it. So if you click through the pages, you're going to be completing each of these activities. And as you complete the activity and you have to submit your assignment, there will be a submission page where you will submit your assignment. This page or assignment is worth 18 points. After this page is submitted, there's also questions for this activity that need to be submitted. All three of your activities are set up in the same manner. Some activities have more than one learning module to go through. There is also a discussion board required in Activity 2. To view your discussion board at any time, you can click on the discussion forum over on the left. You will notice there are 3 forums set up. The first one is your class Mingles forum. This area is for anyone to post in. You can post comments about content or assignments and or questions you may have. Your classmates and I can respond and hopefully help you out. The next discussion board is your introductions. All classmates are required to enter an introduction for their classmates to read. The third discussion is that of your Activity 2, where you're going to be going over your observations. So be sure when you're completing Activity 2, you don't forget to do your discussion board. After you have completed all of your activities for this course, I want to point out the last 2 areas on your menu bar. You have your final group assessment. If you click on this page, you'll see that this is where you and your group members will be completing your final group assessment and submitting it. It will require you and 2 other members to create a slide presentation of speed scenarios. Once you are through all of these, you have your End Here tab. This page is the end of your unit. In here, you will complete a self-assessment telling how you did in planning for the course, keeping up with assignments, and meeting the objectives and goals of the course. Then you will take the final post-assessment. This will show what you have learned in the course. The questions vary from true, false, and multiple choice to short answer. Once you are done, be sure to submit all of your assignments. If you need help or extra resources, there are tabs down at the bottom of your menu. There's the Library tab, which has library resources, such as how to cite your references if you need to. You have Blackboard help. This will help with navigation and other helpful resources to help you be successful in navigating the Blackboard environment. And then you have a Tools menu, which has other helpful tools for you to use throughout the course. So as you can see, it's very simple to manipulate and get through. So that's a brief overview of my Force in Motion virtual classroom.